The terrorist group Zodiac robbed Parker Industries and used the tech they stole to infiltrate S.H.I.E.L.'s defensive satellites. Using the hijack system, Zodiac was able to locate the Orrery, an ancient and mysterious artifact. S.H.I.E.L.D. mobilized quickly in a counter-offensive and were able to find and capture most of Zodiac's top members. The group's leader Scorpio remains at large though. For days, Peter Parker and Spider-Man have had more immediate threats to deal with, but that ends tonight. Nick Fury enters into Baxter Building, New York, headquarters of Parker Industries. He wants to meet Peter Parker, to build a plan to defeat Scorpio. Spider-Man appears in front of Nick Fury and says, "Pete has been bouncing ideas around all day, but here's the thing, I think I have cracked it." Both of them prepare wet spacesuit to go into space. Spider-Man elaborates his idea to Nick Fury that they are gonna use S.H.I.E.L.D. satellites to pinpoint Scorpio's position and they have to do it manually. Scorpio has been summoned in his base early than his horoscope schedule. His henchmen, the Gemini, inform him that Spider-Man has put a plan into motion and they were unable to track it before time. First, Scorpio becomes angry, but next moment he says he has a plan. "You were wrong, Gemini. The skies are mine to command." Spider-Man and Nick Fury reach the S.H.I.E.L.D. satellites. Now they have to hack or reprogram it to trace the location of Scorpio. But Scorpio attacks on them using the other satellites. While Nick Fury busy in destroying the satellites, Spider-Man succeeds to find the location of Scorpio. It's in France. Then Spider-Man suggests Nick Fury to go to the International Space Station and he starts towards France. But he didn't notice that free fall in space towards France almost burns him. The friction covered him with fire, but somehow he emptied all his web cartridges to make a shield under the fire. Anyway, he informs Anna Marconi to bring web cartridges at France ASAP. When he falls at the front, Scorpio was waiting for him to make a surprise attack. Without wasting any time, Scorpio starts his attack. Spider-Man is out of his ammunition, but he says, "I am still Spider-Man." He dodges the attacks and fights back with Scorpio. Gemini calls Scorpio that he has to catch the train now for their destination, so Scorpio leaves the place. Spider-Man is more than clever. He put a tracker on Scorpio, so he gets to know the location of Scorpio. With the help of Anna, Peter reaches to that train and jumps on it. Suddenly, Scorpio attacks on him. As the speed of the train is too high, the wave fluid didn't work. Then Scorpio attacks on Anna. Spider-Man jumps and saves Anna, but he loses Scorpio's trail. Now what should Spider-Man do? Pete used S.H.I.E.L.D. satellite to track down the Zodiac key specific beacon in Paris. And he finds out it's the place of Vernon Jacobs, Parker Industries' biggest shareholder and investor. Spider-Man calls for help from his employees around the world. They gather in there and gave their info to Pete about this case. Suddenly, Scorpio appears there and alerts Spider-Man that he knows every information about Parker Industries, and now Spider-Man can't even stop him. So he is the winner. But Spider-Man says, "I don't know where you are or what you are planning, but I know it's big, and I know if we don't stop you, it'll be our fault. So yeah, I'm ready to lose it all if it means taking you down." At the time of Holy Alignment, Scorpio uses the device named Orrery at the Royal Observatory, Greenwich, London. They shout, "We are the Zodiac, we are the future." But from on one satellite of S.H.I.E.L.D., our hero gets the location of Zodiac. Spider-Man and his company spoils the party of Zodiac's plan. Spider-Man jumps on Scorpio and grabs his cape and punches on his armpit. He says, "The incredible speak, sir. You gotta watch it. Very educational. No capes." Then he takes the key and runs towards the door, but somehow Scorpio takes back the key. Actually, it has a connection with his family. Scorpio hits Spider-Man with the Zodiac key and it's a heavy blow. And finally he opens the door of tomorrow, a door into the future, an entire year. Spider-Man has one option. He runs towards the door, Scorpio, and knocks him inside the door. Ah! Then he shuts the door and he locks it. So Spider-Man defeats Scorpio and once again saves the universe. So that was the story of Scorpio Rising. Give your support by like, share and subscribe. If you really enjoy it, suggest me the next complete story you want to watch. And once again, to enjoy this comic books, buy this book at your local bookstore and support the awesome industry. Have a great day. Adios.